Alright, so we're looking at the North Oquirrh management area. And usually the road is open the most of the year, but it was actually closed and I thought it would be opened. So I would drive to the actual area I was trying to get to, but I decided I'll just walk, whatever. So that added a couple miles to my journey. And here's some camping regulations if you want to live on this land, I guess. It was really cold today. It was so cold that the mud was frozen. So it was a bit chilly. You can see the ice there. But thankfully no snow yet. It's just cold, which is bearable. And those are the Oquirrhs there. And I took this route because there's some geocaches in these trees. So I was just kind of walking along this little route here in the grass. And then here's a big ol', I think it was a Redtailed Hawk. I'm not sure. You can see it's kind of smoggy today, but not terrible. And there he goes. There's probably a lot of food for him to eat, all these mice and stuff. There he goes. You can see I'm really close to the actual housing over there. And there's another one taking off. I think this was also another red-tailed hawk. And I didn't see any nests in the trees, but you can tell they're living in them because they're all coming from those trees. You can kind of see the red there on the tail feathers. It's a pretty good giveaway, a red-tailed hawk. It's a good little view looking out at the Great Salt Lake. Kind of looks like an ocean from here, but just a big pile of water and salt. You can see some factory stuff going on over there. And here we go. And here's some big steps. They were kind of a pain to get up and down, but it's good exercise. And then here we are getting to the actual base of these Oquirrhs, and they're really rocky. And here we are kind of on this little rock formation, and that's our destination. Here we are up on this little mini peak of this hill, and I'm just kind of walking towards the arch over here. And you can just see all these really cool rocks. And here I go up. It's very steep, so I was really tired. But now we are inside the little arch, and it was really cold in here. It was like a fridge. There's all these little cool hidey holes you can kind of crawl around in. There's another one over there. It's really good that I came in November because there's no rattlesnakes. I would be pretty sketched out in the summer in the arch here. But it's too cold for the rattlesnakes, so they went back to bed for the winter. You can see that's the actual top of this little ridge. You can keep going farther up, but not for me today. I have nothing up there that I wanted to go look at. The arch was the main mission. And here are just a bunch of deer I saw. It's really cool. I could just watch them from across this big ravine. So I was just standing there looking at all these deer. And yeah, there's a ton out here, as you will see. There's another one. They look pretty healthy. They've just got all this grass. And you can see just how steep it is on these hills. But they just run across it like nothing. I was reading a geocache log, and it said someone who found geocache up here ran into some guy and his kids that were looking for cougars. I don't know if they were hunting them or what, but there could definitely be some cougars up here just hiding in the rocks ready to pounce. I saw a ton of deer bones while walking up here, and they're kind of going into a group. I think I might have spooked them, so they kind of spread out, but now they're kind of starting to cluster back up. You can see them kind of roaming around there. If I was a hunter, I would definitely snipe these boys. Easy shot. I had the perfect shot. Just clear across that ravine. There's a ton of them. I didn't see any big bucks though, so maybe the hunters did get them. Not sure. But there were a lot. See, there's like 5 in that shot right there. Alright, and now I'm going up this little canyon area. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's just like an old dirt road. And it was a lot cooler in here. I was definitely getting a little chilly. $250 reward. Whoa. Here we go up. All the trees are kind of dead. It'd be cool to see what they look like in the spring or summer, but I guess we'll just have to come back. And not a soul up this area. You see all those cool rock formations. And this part was really cold. It's still, the ground is still frozen, and it was like 2 o'clock. So it's definitely chilly in here, and I only had shorts on, so I was cold. And there's another arch I was thinking about going to, but I think I have to do it from the other side of this ridge, because that doesn't look fun to go up. Especially not if the trees were growing. Yep, so it's all the way up there. And then there's just like a bunch of weird stuff just like all around. Like, what even is that? It's like a table with a pipe in it. And here's a cool little water trough. I don't know if it's for the cows or what, but it's really cold. I was tempted to take a little drink, but I was like, nah, I don't want to get giardia. But then you can kind of see these icicles. It was so cold, the ice is just, or the water just freezing while it's dripping down, and it's just forming on these little strands of grass. Chuck it in there. Yeah, so it was pretty cold. Still not cold enough to snow though, but you can see it kind of in there. You can see all that like gross like rust on the icicle too, or whatever that is. It's probably rust. There's another view of the arch up there. Looks pretty big if I can see it from here, but now we're just in this little grassy field area. It's kind of weird. And we're just going to go up a little bit more. And then there's this cool tree I saw growing in the rock, which is interesting. And then back down to the Great Plains. You can see all these cool rocks. As I'm walking back down to the car, just on this dirt road. It doesn't look super hard, so you could drive your car up to that canyon land, but the gate was closed, so. Also, what is that? Alright, so I rate these hikes using 3 criteria. Solitude, scenery, difficulty. Solitude is just how many people are on the hike. Scenery, just the good views, and difficulty, just how hard the hike is. Solitude, I have to give it a 9. Only saw maybe 3 people on this hike, and none of them were around the canyon area, but I would assume there'd be more people when the gate actually opens, because people can actually drive to the area, but and especially in the summer probably be more, but right now probably a 9. And then the scenery, I'd probably give it a 7. Most of it's just kind of grass and dirt, nothing too crazy, but there are those really cool rock formations, and the canyon is pretty cool, as well as the arches bump it up a bit. And difficulty is probably a 6. The only hard part is going up those hills if you choose to do that, and going up to the arch is pretty steep. And the rest of the hike is pretty trivial. It's just kind of walking on a road or just across flat grassland. And then if you go up the little canyon, it's pretty much flat. There's a bit of an incline, but pretty easy. So yeah, if you want to come look at this trail, then check it out. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.